Hello everybody, today I'm going to work on a commercial speed washer. So what's the problem? On the spin cycle it's very loud. It sounds like an airplane engine, and that's because more than likely the bearings are going. They are wearing out. Sometimes there's a small leak in the seal and the water goes into the bearing assembly and that creates rust. And of course rust is not good, and then you're going to start hearing noises. So I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to take it step by step. So don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shut the water off and unplug the machine. So the parts we're going to use is the 766P3A, and there's another kit that is the 646B3, and that kit has everything. And the sealant is the 3M 560. It's $22. So the tools you need for this project is the specialty nut remover. If you don't want to buy this one, then just get a regular pipe wrench. You're going to need a couple pry bars, 7/16, half an inch, 5/16 sockets. You could use a drill impact driver so it's faster, a hammer, adjustable wrench, a marker, channel locks, scrapers, a utility knife, a 5-in-1, and go to AutoZone and get the 2/3 jaw puller 5-ton. They let it borrow it for free, and PV blaster, because a lot of parts are rusted and they're hard to remove, a metal brush, and alcohol to clean the top and the adhesive. Okay, so now we have to remove the front cover. So there's 2 screws, one there and one there. Then put it on the side. Now we have to remove 2 screws. They are right here. That's a 5/16. And then there's another screw over here. So before you lift it up, if your equipment has a money box like this one, you have to remove 2 bolts. They are right there. One is there and one on the other side. So you would have to remove your computer here in order to access those 2. So these are 5/16. We'll move it out of the way. And that's the 2 bolts that you have to remove. Now we're ready to lift the whole top. I put the computer back and I'm locking this door so we don't damage the controls. Okay, now we're gonna grab this part from here and then you're gonna lift it up. Now with a 1/4 inch socket, we're gonna remove, you're gonna undo the clamp, and then you're gonna pull. Now we're gonna remove the top cover. There's like 10 clips like this. So you're gonna pull up and away, and then you have to do all 10, and then after that. Once you undo all of them, then this guy, and see this is the seal to the top, a new one comes in the kit. So let's put it away, let's put it aside. So now we're gonna pull the agitator up. You're gonna place one hand on one side and another one on the other side, and then you're gonna pull up. It's not that very hard. Okay, now this is the drive bell. We're gonna remove the plug. Comes like that. And then with a 7/16 socket, we're going to remove the bolt that is inside, that is holding the bolt to the top. And now we're going to remove the drive bell. Sometimes it's hard. Oh, very easy to remove. I didn't need any tools. Now we're going to remove this part. This is the cover for the seal that's covering the nut. So we're going to use some pry bars. Sometimes it's hard. There you go. Not too hard. So this is garbage because we have a new one. Now we're going to remove the hex nut. And we're going to use this fancy tool. You don't have to have this one, but it helps. Then we're going to use a hammer to hit it to loosen it up. So you're going to put it away. There's a round side. The round part goes down and the flat goes up. So remember that when you put it back. So you're going to remove the bolts. They are 1/2" drive, 1/2" socket, and there are 8. If this was a stainless steel tub, you would have 4 bolts, but this is not. This gets 8 of them, so it's gonna take you a good 10 minutes to remove all of them. Now after you remove the 8 bolts, we have to remove the inner tub. And it's very hard to remove it. It's stuck. So you just have to keep pulling. There you go. And now we have to remove this gasket to remove the water level hose thing. So I'm just gonna pull from outside. This one, I'm gonna pull it out and see what happens here. See, look at that. So the spline insert is still there. You see it there? I'm gonna cut it since I have a new one. And now we're gonna remove the hub. So be careful not to damage the outer tub. Place something like a hammer, and then pry up. So now I'm applying some penetrating oil because it's very hard to remove. Clean the excess because this stuff stinks. And we're gonna keep trying. Remember to protect the tub. So I try to remove the hub. This is the hub. Is that part here? I tried to remove it, and with the pry bars and everything, and I couldn't do it. It was stuck. So it's coming up, coming out. Look at that. Thank you, AutoZone. And now we have to remove the seal. So with a razor blade, with a knife, we're gonna cut all the sealant. Now we're going to remove the tub. So we have to remove it from the springs. There are 4 springs, 2 in the back and 2 in the front. So this is the spring, and it's holding it from the base to this part. So you're gonna grab it very strong because it's very hard. You're gonna pull and remove, and then you're gonna do all 4. Now we have to undo the water hose for the pump and for the drain, and it's gonna be water, so just be prepared to collect some water with a shop vac. Now I'm gonna remove the electric for the motor, so it's this. And it comes like that, and then I'm gonna do the capacitor. Just be careful, it might be charged. And then there's a connector here. Just push it. That's it. Now that the wire harness is out of the way, now we're going to remove the motor assembly with a 1/2 inch. We're gonna do this one, this one, this one, and that one, so 4. Now we're gonna remove the belt from the back, and then when it comes loose, you're gonna take the whole motor assembly out. So now we're gonna remove the outer tub. So there's bolts here. There are 4 bolts plus the weight's about 10 bolts, and this is the 1/2 inch. Now the 5/16 for the weights, for the balance weights. And now we're gonna pull the tub out. These are the bearing assembly. And my transmission. So I'm trying to remove the bearings, and nothing's ever easy. You know, all the videos are gonna show it to you that, oh, just pull up. You know, but it takes half an hour. It takes a few minutes to remove it because they're stuck. It's been so many years with water and rust and so we have to remove the adhesive and clean everything. You might need to use one of these wire brush. So we are applying alcohol to clean the surface and to make sure that the adhesive is gonna attach, is gonna work well. I might as well clean the whole tub again. You're gonna put the tub upside down, and you're gonna put it this way, and there is a stud here. You're gonna put it there, and then you're gonna push. So when you put after you put the bearing assembly on the tub that is upside down, put the bearing assembly, and then you're gonna grab the whole transmission assembly. This wire, you're gonna grab it from here. Then you're gonna land it on the transmission shaft, just like that, and you have to make sure that it's all the way seated, like that. It has to be flush. And then you have to put the nuts, the screws, the bolts, and you have to make sure that they match the holes when you removed it before. So And now, since we have our tub assembly here, we're gonna put our motor over here. You know, just lined up. Where it goes. Now we're gonna put a hose here with the clamp on this side facing you when you and then we are gonna put our belt, make sure it's in the right position around the big pulley on this side of the plastic, on this side, and then around our pump. Now it's time to bring the tub and the transmission back, and you're gonna prepare the area. So you clean up, get these springs ready. There's 2 in the back, 2 here and 2 here, so just get them ready and make sure this ring where it sits and where it floats the transmission, it's right there center. So now we're gonna grab this guy and we're gonna put it over there. Now we're gonna grab the whole thing. Be careful. Remember, this side is that goes on that corner, so we're gonna go like that. Okay, so once you put it there, you wanna make sure the motor is facing you. And remember, that's, or I mean the sensing hose for the fill up. And it's this guy. And then we're just gonna push. So now that's in place, you have to make sure it's sitting right. Now we're gonna do this, the springs. Do the springs in the back first, all the way there. Start from the back. Push the tub towards you so it's easier. And then hook those 2 first. And then you do the side and the front. You do the front at the end because it's more comfortable right here. And you see these hooks? It has to hook over here and come on the other side right there. You see it? And then you're gonna grab pliers. Right there, and then okay, so now we have all 6. They have to fit there. Hook there, it can come out. There you go. So we have all of them now. And now we're going to apply the silicone, the very expensive 3M, the 3M 560. Don't be shy, you can put a lot of it. And now we're gonna place the outer top seal. And then we're gonna use our tool spacer. It goes there. We're gonna do our hub next. do our nut. The round part goes first. Then we're gonna tighten it. Go clockwise. Get it very tight. Once it's tight, we're gonna remove it again. We're gonna remove the hub. We're gonna remove the spacer, and this lip has to be 1/8 above it, above this rim. So you see here, it is 1/8. I'm going to apply a little bit more of the sealant just to make sure we have enough. And then with your finger, you're gonna apply it all nice around. Don't be shy. Just make sure it's nice and even and there's enough. So now we're gonna apply the Loctite 680 around this surface of the hub. And then we're gonna put our hub back. Without the tool spacer. This is garbage now. And now we're gonna do the plastic insert with the fingers up. There you go. Now we're gonna do our hex nut, the round side first. Make sure it's tight. Now we're gonna do our gasket. The gasket always on this below, underneath this. You're gonna put the seal around so it matches all the holes. And it has some indentations here, so this gasket fits right nicely there. We're gonna prepare the tub and make sure it's clean. We're gonna grab the tub and we're gonna put it in there. Now we're gonna put all the 8 bolts, and it has a rubber washer right there. So to make it faster, we're gonna use a ratchet drill. Don't go tight all the way. Do it in a start part. One here, one on the other side, and then go hand tight. Now we're going to put our cap to protect all this. You have to make sure it's all the way down. And now we're going to apply this guy here too, so it's easy to remove. Next time we remove it. This is grease. And now we're gonna do our belt drive. Now my drive belt, it's installed, it's secure, And now the plug to protect the bolt. Now let's install the agitator, center and then press. We're gonna apply our slime seal, and it has to go all the way around. And you wanna make sure it goes under the tabs. And now you have to make sure that this is facing this way because the hose goes there. There you go. You hear the click? It has to click. So I installed these screws, and I secure my box. So now I'm connecting the hose. So now I'm gonna install the wire harness to the motor. So that's the spinning cycle. It's very quiet. I'm very happy. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.